So in divorce news or celebrity divorce news, Jeannie Mai claims that she denies claims that she is keeping her daughter away from Jeezy, right? She, however, voices safety concerns over Jeezy'S firearms being unsecured, etc., right? Now, see, it's getting ugly now. It's getting ugly, and she's giving him a hard time because a large amount of the general public seem to be on his side, at least the black public, seem to be on his side, right? They're empathizing with him. And I know it's hurting her. She's upset. She's embarrassed about all this information possibly getting out. And she's possibly heartbroken. And I'm telling you right now, a scorned and bitter woman ain't nothing to play with. A scorned and bitter woman ain't nothing to play with. They will turn your life upside down and ruin your reputation if they can, because they are pissed off and they're upset. Not all women. I'm saying a scorned and bitter woman, they're bound to do that. They're capable of doing that. And now it look like she going for the jugular, saying that man got unsecured firearms and she's concerned about her child's safety over there. And I find it funny that she's voicing these concerns about firearms not being secured now, because I'm sure they were not secured when y'all were together, and you seem to be fine with it at that point, right? Now, granted, I ain't in the house with them. I'm not in there to hear the arguments, etc. But it's like, it seemed it probably was fine then, I would assume, right? She probably thought it was cool. She with this trap rapper. Oh my God, because some of the women that fetishize black women, they have this fantasy of the street black man, conquering them in bed and then walking around the house, with his confidence and this urban swagger, with his guns, showing the world that he is dominant and he's in charge and he's running the household in such a dominant fashion with his guns there to protect the woman, all that shit. Some of these people, some non-black folks have fetishized black men, and they dream of role playing and cosplaying with black men in the street apparel and street attire. And Jeannie Mai may have wanted this little street aesthetic in her household, along with her Asian aesthetic, to kind of like, I don't know, she felt like it was like a match made in heaven. If you think I'm lying, I'm telling you, my homie, one of my boys, he live in Hawaii, and it's a lot of them Polynesian girls who are non-black who have these fantasies about black men. They fetishize black men, and they want the love and hip-hop type black men. The black men that argue with their woman and cause chaos and all that shit, and think that's the way they want that type of interaction with the black man, because they think that shit is cool. They think it's trendy. They think it's in. And they think that's something that they should be attached to because it makes them feel like they're attached to black culture in a way. You know what I mean? And if you ain't coming like Stevie J and Benzino and them on Love and Hip Hop, if you ain't coming like Lil Scrappy on Love and Hip Hop, they might question your blackness, and they don't want nothing to do with you because they want a black experience from BET, okay? And I don't know, Jeannie Mai may have had that type of fetish, because when she said she like her white, she like white meat dark, and she like white meat lean or some shit she said on The Talk or The Real. She said that years ago before getting with Jeezy when she was married to her white husband, right? And she liked the dark meat on the side and white meat is the main course. From saying that, she might have had that fetish about black men. Who knows? But I find it funny she's voicing these concerns now. It's like, that man had firearms when he was with you, and I'm sure you probably was loving it and you thought it was some cool shit then. But now that the world has learned about y'all divorce, he did a sit down with Nia Long, fine ass. You smiling and Nia Long face telling her real N-words, don't cheat. And you saying, oh no, you probably at the house sick. You can't handle that. You like, oh hell no. Then you see black women is running to Jeezy. You feel? Which is funny, right? It's some black women that are like, look, I ain't coming to save him after he been over there. We ain't coming to save him. It ain't our job to save him. Then you got some black women like, hey, come on back over here, Jeezy. Come on back over here. Welcome. Some black women out here willing to welcome Jeezy with open arms and love on him and embrace him. And Jeannie might probably feel like if this was a situation with a black woman, would it be the same type of support that Jeezy is getting? I don't know. And she's embarrassed by it. She's upset. And now she's going to this route, right? And I'm going to say this to men, man. Men, sometimes who you marry is not who you divorce. What do I mean by that? You could be marrying a sweet woman, an innocent woman who you feel like is just a perfect example of what a wife should be. She's She's, what's the word I'm looking for? She's submissive, she's loving, she's nurturing, she's kind-hearted and all of that, right? And then when that divorce comes, flip the switch. She's no longer kind-hearted, loving, and all of that. Now she's mean-spirited. Now she's vindictive. She's conniving. She's bitter. She's manipulative. She's all of those different adjectives I described. And it ain't the same. And this can happen to women too. So please, I said men, a lesson to men, a note to men. But everybody, please pay attention. Sometimes the person you marry is not who you divorce because of being upset and being. I never underestimate a person who's bitter and upset, because they can do just about anything. You know what I mean? There are people who have morals, right? But some people who are bitter, all is fair because they bitter and they mad. And sometimes people marry individuals who are like that. And you got to be wary of marrying a person like that because you just never know what could come with that. You know, and right now she's saying she voicing concerns over his firearms and her daughter being over there with his firearms and all this and all that. And it got him going through a situation he don't want to go through. And I don't understand it because most women would love for their child to be with their father, right? They would love for their child to be able to be with their father. The woman can get a little break every now and then. She can go do things she has to do and take care of while the father has the baby, loving on the child. And Jeezy gonna love on that baby, man. I don't doubt that at all, man. Love on that baby and treat that baby right. But it's just she's upset right now. She don't want a divorce. She didn't want a divorce. Jeezy filed, and now she like, hey, I gotta figure out a way to swing this in my favor, and that's what it appears to be going on. You know what I mean? And so it's getting ugly now, and hopefully they come to an amicable agreement to separate amicably for the child and be able to co-parent. But yeah, I saw this like, damn, ain't this what my man say on Pope Pimp? Ain't this some shit? Nah, I ain't gonna be funny, man, because a child is involved, and you know, as a father of two children, I can only imagine going through something crazy like that with my children and trying to see them, and you can't see them, and you know, all these stipulations being laid down. And then Jesus dealing with a woman who got money too, so she can hire an attorney and to say the right things, to get certain stuff swindled in her favor. It'd be a whole custody war going back and forth, spending all that money, and meanwhile, you still ain't seeing your baby. So that's tough, man. So best wishes to Jeezy and Jeannie. Let them come up with an amicable resolution to all of this. And I hope it work out. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.